Thank you, Mr. President. I want to respond to the senator from Bedford and also speak in favor of the committee substitute.
Senator's the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, this has been a bill I brought for almost a decade. And frankly, there were times where we considered this to be a local option. And this year we basically got it out of the committee with a statewide nickel per plastic bag tax. But let me give you the details and tell you why it's more effective statewide. In fact, it can really only be effective statewide, and why that should be the up or down vote. This is a bill that would only tax plastics. We took paper out of it. We have paper manufactured in the Commonwealth. It only taxes plastic. It only taxes single-use bags, and it's focused on grocery stores and convenience stores, which generate the plastic waste, which ends up in our waste stream, ends up in the Chesapeake Bay, and is such an environmental killer that we've been trying to limit for years. It takes that 5-cent tax and takes 2 pennies, which it dedicates to the retailer. So the retailer collects 40% of this tax. There's no tax like this where they keep 40%. They can use that to help people transition to cloth bags. Then eventually, after 2 years, they'll transition to 1 penny, but they'll always keep that percentage, which they will collect themselves. Now, the senator from Bedford is exactly right. This will be one of those things that's going to be a change. People will come in, and instead of just getting random plastic bags, they will eventually transition to bringing in their own bags, or they can pay a 1 nickel tax for a plastic bag. It's very easy to do. When I was out west, I was out west for a rugby tournament, went to a grocery store. You just touch the pad. It adds 5 cents to your bill. You take off a plastic bag. You put your groceries in it. You walk away if you want to take the plastic bag. If you're like my wife and you're environmentally conscious and you bring your own bags like they do at Wegmans, you can bring your own bags. You can do that. But the bottom line is it's easier to do this statewide than do this jurisdiction by jurisdiction. The business community, and I've talked to the lobbyists, the small business, the Retail Business Federation, they all said the same thing. They said, if you're going to do it, do it. Do it statewide. It's easier for us to program our systems. It's easier for us to educate our members. It's easier for us to adjust to this if we just do it across the board, as opposed to Fairfax City, yes, Fairfax County, no, Alexandria City, yes, Loudoun County, no. That becomes a nightmare. It becomes a nightmare. If we're going to do this, let's just do it. Now, again, I'm an advocate for this. I've made no bones about it. I've been in favor of this for 10 years. I think this is a bill that will do more to protect our environment than anything else we're going to do this year. And, yes, that includes a lot of the clean energy stuff, which I'm a big believer in. This will have an immediate impact on preserving our environment, preserving the Chesapeake Bay, keeping trash out of our waste stream. It will have an immediate impact. But if we're going to do it, let's do it statewide. And you know what? If we don't have the votes to get it statewide, it's okay. I think we do, but maybe we don't. But I don't want to do a hodgepodge, which I believe is what my colleague, my great friend from Senator from Bedford, who I often agree with, even if I don't always vote for him. But I think if we do it on a hodgepodge, and I know I am wrapping it up, that will be a mistake. Thank you very much.